What it do, familiar? It's your boy Taxi PNG. We're back at it again with yet another one. Let me fix my head. Today we're gonna be talking about RAW versus JPEG. I feel like this is something that photographers need to know. It's like a staple in the industry of knowing why would you shoot RAW over shooting JPEG, which just saves you so much more space. Turning on my D&D so no one bothers us while we're creating, right? So we're gonna be diving into what every photographer, whether you're just starting out, you're already shooting consistently, maybe you need to, you just need a deeper understanding on why would you shoot RAW over JPEG, even though RAW has a higher file size. Why would I do that? Why would I do that, right? I'm not only gonna break down in real terms, but I'm going to be going on and showing you guys the difference between it in Lightroom. I'm gonna be using the same preset on both a RAW and JPEG file. So that way you guys will be able to see how much power and flexibility you actually have with a RAW file. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the screen recording now to be able to show you guys. What even is a RAW file? How is it different than a JPEG file? A RAW file is exactly what it sounds like. It's a RAW file that has raw data, right? So that's raw data that is captured. I don't know if you're a videographer or not, but with videographers, the way they shoot RAW is shooting in log. So it captures a lot more data and it saves it, which is what makes the file size just so high, right? And being able to capture it, it captures all that data and it goes right to your camera. All the data that it can capture within your camera sensor, right? It captures that and it saves that, right? So thinking about like it holding uncompressed files, the light, the color info, giving you basically full control when it comes time for you to edit, right? But a JPEG on the other hand, it's a processed image, right? So this right here is a RAW, this right here is the JPEG, right? This is after I've already added on my my preset. I'm gonna take that off right there so you guys can see it before. This is the RAW though. Take it off so you guys see that before, right? So a JPEG on the other hand is a processed and compressed image. Your camera will apply sharpening and saturation to it fresh in camera. So it's gonna look a little bit better than your RAW image in camera when you take the photo. These are the photos that we show our clients when we take the picture. The clients are able to see it and they're able to see how it kind of edits it a little bit for you. It edits it to what it thinks is best. So it kind of does an auto adjustment, if that makes sense. So it's basically like hitting auto, right? But you can't get any of that detail back later on, right? So it applies sharpening, saturation, white balance, and then it tosses in a little bit of extra data that it thinks it thinks your image needs to be able to make it smaller, ready for you to post, ready for you to print. It's basically just like already ready to shoot. So I would use a JPEG image when I'm shooting something that's not as important, if that makes sense. Like maybe it's nightlife photography, I'm doing a lot of photos, a lot of shots, but events I would do RAW because I would need that extra. You might need to redo your, you might need to change your white balance later on, and you won't be able to do that if you have a JPEG image, right? You may need to go down the skin color and just change layers and do some editing through masking. I have videos on that if you guys need, but that is why I would choose that versus that. JPEG is more if I'm playing around, if I just want to get an image, just get some raw photos, like not raw photos, but just get a rough photo that's good enough to be able to post to social media, I would go JPEG, right? So this means that a RAW file will be way bigger in size, right? A JPEG will be more lightweight, more easier to share. You can capture more of them. Like if you go on your camera, right, and you change it from RAW to JPEG, I have a battery in here right now. I'm gonna show you guys. So if I go to my camera and I change it from RAW to JPEG, you will be able to see. So these are in RAW right now. I don't know if you guys are able to see that. Let's see, come on, focus for me, right? You guys see how many shots I'm able to take right there just through, that's RAW, right? So now if I were to change this to JPEG, you guys are gonna see it change immensely. Now, it says 99, 99, 99 out of 99, like 999 plus, right? So now I'm able to shoot off 1,000 photos versus that same 3,000. I was about to shoot 3,000, but 3,000 versus the versus the 9,000 or 1,000, right? Shows you just how much smaller a JPEG image is because it's able to store so many more of those JPEGs into your camera, right? JPEGs are destructive, right? So once the data is gone, you cannot get it back. If you take that picture and it looks trash, you can't really get it back. If you take a picture and it's overexposed in the sun, you can't get it back, all right? So the reason why photographers love RAW is because we don't we like a lot of, okay, so majority of photographers like to be able to have full control over their images. They don't like to kind of leave things to chance. So I feel like me as a photographer, a professional photographer, I feel like the reason why I choose RAW majority of the time is because I want to be able to fully control the edit. I want to be able to fully control the experience. I want to be able to fully control every aspect of the shoot, right? I'm already controlling props, location. Why not be able to control my edit? I need to think for the edit, right? So maybe you are a photographer that's only shooting JPEG and you're thinking like, why would I even go RAW? Because it will allow you that much more control over your image, right? So for example, right here, we're gonna hop into Lightroom. As you guys can see, this image right here, right? I'm gonna put on my preset. Well, I have my preset on right now. Preset off, preset on. So all my different presets that I have as well. I have a free pack for you guys to check out, nature presets, different stuff like that. Color retouching pack, all that is on the website, taxipng.com. So as you guys can see, this is the JPEG image, bro. I put on the preset and you see how his skin has those yellow tones in it. This is how it looked raw, right? Raw without edit, without anything. This is not raw, R-A-W. This is just unedited. Let me start using that word, I'm sorry, all right? Unedited JPEG file. This right here is an unedited RAW file. Now I'm gonna put the same preset onto both of these images and you'll see the difference. He gets edited, you see he's containing his melanin. I can go ahead and go here and take out some of that melanin. I can go to the orange and take out a little bit of that, the oranges that I see in there. But when I go over here to this JPEG image, it's so much brighter, right? The exact same preset, but it's looking so much, like you can see the drastic difference in between the two, right? There's a lot more detail that's retained here, right? There's a lot more that I'm able to do. With this preset also, once you press paste, it has the masking in it as well. So I try to do that with some of my presets, have masking in it, so that way you guys don't have to do anything when it comes to the depth, but masking on a RAW image and masking on a JPEG image work totally different, okay? So if you're shooting JPEG and you get some presets from somebody and they have masking in it, or presets in general, just know, bro, you have to use them on RAW images because majority of the time presets are created to work best on RAW images, okay? Let's show you guys right here. I'm gonna adjust the white balance, right? I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go right here to where it says, where's the color? Where's the color? Where's the color? I'm tripping. I ain't eat today, y'all. I'm tripping right now. Okay, I'm in the wrong menu. All right, that's what I was tripping. All right, look. So right here, I'm gonna go down to white balance. I'm gonna hit as shot. I'm gonna change it to auto. You guys see the difference? Auto, daylight, cloudy, shade, right? Keep these eyes in mind, right? Tungsten, keep these eyes in mind. Fluorescent, all right, right? But do you see how I'm changing through each one of these and so much detail is retained? Now let's go ahead and try it on the JPEG image. I'm gonna hit as shot, and you guys see how, do you guys see how much detail is not retained? This immediately shows, I don't know, this might be your editing style, this might be your vibe. But the detail is what I'm talking about, is in the skin, right? A lot of it's not retained, right? A lot of it is overly yellow and things like that. So if we scroll into this, we start to see as well when we try to, let's say I'm gonna try to go ahead and remove some things, right? We can see how different it will be, right? So I'm trying to remove things, remove with a JPEG image versus removing the same things with the RAW image. The RAW image will retain more detail. Like, what did it just do? It didn't even do anything. Oh, let's see. Right? Okay, you can see that, right? See, it's because it's a JPEG image trying to fix itself. Right? Now let's go ahead and try to do the same thing with the RAW image, right? You guys all immediately just saw you can immediately see, right? You can immediately see the difference in the detail. I'm gonna just change back and forth, right? Let me zoom in more so y'all can see both. You see the detail. You see like the skin pores and all it's the exact same preset, but you could just see way more detail. A lot of my members in the Patreon will ask me like, okay, how do your images have so much detail? How do they retain so much detail? Bro, you shoot RAW. You shoot RAW, you have a higher f-stop than usual because you will focus on a lot more of those pores. A lot of more things will be focused on, and it won't seem so hard when it comes down time for you to edit because like, oh my God, the edit's not going the way that I want. Like, why is it not going the way that I want? It's because, bro, you didn't shoot for the edit. You didn't shoot with the edit in mind. You didn't think like, okay, I need to do this, this, that, and that. I need to have this in the back of my mind when I'm shooting, you know what I'm saying, before I finish, that like, okay, how am I gonna edit this thing? When I'm done, how am I gonna edit this thing, right? You have to have that in the back of your mind. I need to have enough pores, right? Enough of my client's pores in focus, right? To be able to then edit this later on, right? It's freezing up on me. It's freezing up on me. What's going on? What's going on? You're freezing up on me. It's trying to create this mask again. My problem is I don't be using the show hover over. I be tripping because I be, you know what I'm saying? Boom, there we go. I don't be showing the hover. I don't be showing the hover over. There we go, that'd be my problem. All right. But yeah, so as you guys can see between the two, right? Boom, boom, boom. Let's try to add a different preset to the two and see what happens as well. So we're gonna go to my nighttime presets and we're gonna see how these different ones look on it, right? So this is the raw image, right? Raw image, yep, right? Nice, nice. I feel like low-key mines look good on like all of them, but majority of the time when it comes to these types of presets, you just gotta change like a little, like one or two things, like maybe it's the exposure is too much sometimes, and it'll make the image look good. Even on a, we'll put that same one right here, right? Is it night grain, I think? Wait, which one was it? Was it a night grain preset? Yeah, it was a night grain preset. Wow. Oh, it was white grain. Okay, there we go. The white grain preset, we're gonna put on this same one on here. Wow, isn't that crazy? This is the, so me trying to use a white grain preset on my white grain preset on a JPEG image blows the image out like this. I use that exact same one on this image, it retains all the detail. That immediately shows you it's the exact same preset. The exact same preset used. Why isn't blowing out white? That's crazy. That's crazy. The exact same preset. Both of them have custom white balances. Both of them have, it's crazy. So I'm not gonna lie, that's insane. That's actually crazy how that just happened. All right, we're gonna try to like Command Z everything. Go back. Okay, so I'm not saying that JPEGs are useless, but if you're shooting something casual for social media and don't plan to edit it all, then JPEG will be perfect for you. If it's something that's not as, I don't want to say important, but something that's not as like dire for you to have every single thing dialed in, maybe you're shooting, you know, an event where the lighting is controlled and everything is in your control, that's cool. But if you're shooting outside and the sun is your main set of light, bro, you gotta go raw because it's like, you can't control that, right? Your white balance might wonk out and you need to change it. Or maybe you're inside shooting an event and the iridescent lights are messing with you, right? Or it's looking too orange, looking too yellow, looking too blue. And you need to be able to later change your white balance. Maybe you're shooting auto white balance, right? And you want to be able to change your white balance later. You need to be able to do that, but the only way you can do that is a raw image. You can't do that with a JPEG, right? So if you care about preserving the quality, your editing flexibility, or you want to like, you know, take your photography to a professional level, then I would definitely say shooting raw is definitely the way to go. I mean, that's me. Raw is the move, all right? Personally, I shoot raw for everything, my client work, fashion, portraits, behind the scenes, and it honestly just gives me full creative control, all right? It allows me to fully control everything. Who doesn't want to be in control? When you're not in control, you get anxiety. When you're not in control as a photographer, you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong, right? I know y'all can attest to it. But yeah, so there you have it, raw versus JPEG. One gives you control, the other gives you convenience. It's kind of up to you on which one you want. Do you want control, do you want convenience? Each one can be used at a different time for a different thing. Control, convenience, a different shoot type, a different day. Maybe you're not shooting for real or for serious. You're just kind of playing around and you want to give them all the images. What is the best thing to do? I say shoot raw and JPEG because you have both. You know, get you a card that's enough, that's good enough to be able to hold both. Don't get you a super cheap card with a lot of gigs on it because that has a higher chance of corrupting. So get you a fairly good priced card with a higher gig because that'll kind of help you out because maybe they have, you know, damage control. They help you get your files back, right? And yeah, losing your files is not what you want to do. So Definitely shooting RAW and JPEG, but choose a good SD card, all right? That also can go for that. I have a video on storage solutions as well for you guys to check out as well. So if you're trying to grow as a photographer and create images that pop and stand out, shoot RAW, right? Stand the test of time, shoot RAW. If you want to be able to edit your photos later on in life, shoot RAW. Right? So let me know in the comments what you're currently shooting. Are you currently shooting RAW? Are you currently shooting JPEG? Do you do RAW plus JPEG? What kind of camera are you using? What's the fun? What's the type, LOL? Like, do you have fun, LOL? What's your favorite, LOL, type of format to shoot in? What's your favorite camera? What do you use? And yeah, so let me know what more you guys want to see down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this with another photographer. I've got a lot more editing breakdowns. I'm by airport, I'm sorry. I got a lot more editing breakdowns and gear reviews, creative tips coming your way. So guys, stay locked in with me, and catch you on the next one. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. We're in there every single day texting. We're in there every single day typing and helping each other get to the next level as photographers. Yes, it's free. Y'all know me. I be trying to give out free game whenever I can. And yeah, I offer one-on-ones if y'all need that too. If y'all want some help, like as a one-on-one, you know what I'm saying? That's down below too. But yeah, join the Discord, text in there, chat in there. And yeah, we talking there every single day. We're accountability buddies. We help each other in this photography space. Until next time, taxi. Yo, if you're serious about leveling up your photography and content creation, make sure to join PNG Culture, you guys, over on Discord and Patreon. We talk in the Discord community every single day, just helping each other level up our photography and just get better at content creation overall. It's more than just about photography itself. We actually talk about real world problems, real life problems, and just navigating mental health and a whole bunch of different things that come with this entrepreneurship journey, you guys. And then also make sure to check out the Patreon if you guys want a deeper dive on my editing process. Whether you see something really cool on Instagram on my feed and want to know exactly how I did it, I drop the tutorials inside of there. I do different composition editings, like different composites and different things like that. VFX. We also do one-on-one calls in there. Anybody that's in there that's a premium member can get one-on-one calls and one-on-one access to me. I do business growth tips and different help. I just honestly give out all of my knowledge that I have that I'm not able to give out on YouTube. For those that want to dive a little bit deeper and are more serious, I give all of that out on the Patreon channel. So I hope to see you there. Until next time, taxi.
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now. Until we meet again, I say so long, farewell to you, my friends.